Zion Williamson in high school was actually the closest thing we've seen to Wilt Chamberlain. It was like watching prime Vince Carter go against high schoolers. And some of the teams his high school would play were absolutely terrible, so those teams had kids that looked like they were 10 years old. Then putting them up against athletic freak Zion Williamson, it made for some of the most entertaining games you could possibly watch. It was literally the meme of LeBron dunking at the kids game. Like, come on, you cannot tell me this was fair. Everything on offense was a highlight, and it was the exact same thing on defense. I will never forget this clip of Zion risking his entire life in an AAU game to get this chase down block. 1, how did he even block that? And 2, how did he survive? I'll also never forget about the dude that really looked dead in Zion's face on a fast break and tried a jelly layup. You were getting blocked no matter what, but now you're getting blocked and stared down after. If you try to get a dunk or layup on a fast break while Zion's on the court, then you might as well just give him the ball and save yourself the embarrassment. He's either gonna block you so hard it echoes through the gym, or simply grab it out the air before you even know what happens. And to make it even worse, when you get up off the ground and look down on the other side of the court, Zion's doing a triple backflip dunk to top it off. If you brought someone to the game that had no idea who Zion was at all, they would figure out who he is before the game even starts. Every time his team was doing layup lines, it meant there was a pre-game dunk contest about to happen. The crowds expected these crazy dunks every time, and when he actually would shoot a jump shot or layup, because he's warming up for a game, the fans would actually get mad at him. The 90% of the Spartanburg offense was literally give Zion the ball or set up a play to throw Zion a lob. There could be a completely full paint, but as soon as Zion touches the ball, everybody would start running away like someone threw a grenade. Zion was truly feared, and reasonably so. If they were running a full court press, it was basically over, because from there on out it was gonna be a one-man dunk contest. People came to Zion's games expecting a show, and every single game that's what you got. Any kid that thought they had a chance to play in the NBA quit their basketball dreams immediately after playing him. I still, to this day, do not understand how he's so quick and explosive for his size. He can make a cut or drive right past you in a blink of an eye while being 5 times bigger and stronger than you. Zion alone was truly the difference between losing a game and winning by 50. And since most of his highlights are dunks and blocks, you don't really get to see the rest of his game as much. His handles were extremely good for his size. He was under control with the ball and wasn't a bad passer at all, even though you don't see that much. He was obviously an amazing rebounder and wouldn't just take it to the hoop every time either. He would still test the defense by shooting here and there, basically what he does in the NBA right now. His stats were exactly what you'd think they'd be. When your career highs look like this, the picture is pretty clear. His career high was 53 points and had 2 different games where he had 21 rebounds in high school. It was also the same amount of points the entire opposing team had combined. Then to have a 10-block game is just absurd, and 9 steals isn't even surprising after watching him press full court. Even when Zion was younger, he clearly stood out. No offense to the people on the court, but they are just your average high school basketball players. Then Zion gets the ball and cocks it back like LeBron out of nowhere and dunks it. That's not normal. He averaged 24 points a game as a freshman and 37 a game his junior and senior year. 37 points a game in back-to-back years. Throughout high school, he scored 30 or more points 69 different times and had 70 total double-doubles. He went from a nobody playing at a tiny school to someone that could go to whatever college he wanted. He even had an offer to go play for LSU as a tight end. He got an offer to play a sport he doesn't even play because he was that athletic. He had offers in 2 different sports at 16, and Drake was wearing his jersey at 17. He already made it. Even legendary coaches were coming to see his games live. He played for a small school when it came to school ball, but was the same beast on the AAU circuit. He dominated against the best players in the country and has one of the highest viewed AAU games of all time against LaMelo Ball, which I remember when it first came out, and the fact that one video alone has 15 million views, just imagine how many views all of them have combined. It was actually an extremely good game, especially considering the big ballers were barely an AAU team. He also went viral for breaking a dude's ankles and finishing it off with a jump shot. We've seen some wild highlights throughout the video, but that might be the worst one. We expect him to block or dunk on you, not to break your ankles and shoot on you. He's also doing these things against the best players out there. Zion playing for such a small school allowed him to be the main guy no matter what. Everything was built around him and everyone else had to fit in, just like it is in the NBA. So if anything, him destroying people while taking half the team's shots gave him the confidence to keep doing it at a higher and higher level. He was handling all the fame really well too. I remember the highlight videos after the games would show him signing autographs for like an hour after the game. He was for the people from day one. Then staying on course and getting drafted #1 overall, he definitely earned it. But there was no doubt Zion could hoop. That was proven over and over. The thing that wasn't proven was if his body could make it through an entire NBA season without missing a significant amount of games, and unfortunately it really hasn't. In the 4 seasons he's been in the league, he's played 114 out of the 328 available games. He's literally playing a third of the games. Everyone said if he continues to play how he did, he would end up like Derrick Rose, but we'll see what happens in the next few years. No matter what happens in his NBA career though, he was a high school and even college legend. I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, it would mean a lot.